23 days of our 365 days content creation marathon, yeah? Okay, this one is going to take a little time, so if you're in a hurry, you can scroll, alright? You can scroll. Okay, for the past recent, what we started this our content creation something. From 2 views we went to 3 views, from 3 views we went to 10 views, from 10 views we went to 20, some you just they fluctuate, they go up and down. But now on TikTok I get more than 100 views actually. Then on Instagram, it's not Instagram is improving gradually, but it's not as impressive as TikTok, but TikTok is just doing okay, alright? So I say 100 views, sometimes 120, so but it's still within that 100 views is my benchmark. And I was like, okay, 100 views small. Can you imagine what 100 views is going to look like in a small room or in a classroom? You know what 100 people look like? Imagine you performing in front of 100 people. It is no small number. So that brings me to the point where you have to, appreciate your little wins. If you did one small, like Whiskey them, all those our artists, they started small, performing in front of small audiences, but now they shut down stadiums so long, which brings us to the comparison. Whiskey being greater than but for me personally as a fan, I believe Whiskey is, Whiskey surpasses all. Make up like we've moved past that. Okay, while some people are still busy, contemplating, in this matter, or just, picking their teeth off this matter, some other people, because everybody must not be serious in life, you understand? Everybody must not be on one side. The moment everybody goes to one side, that's the end of this world, you understand? So while some people are here debating on who is right or who is wrong, or whether this one did this or whether this one did that, because nobody is perfect, you understand? For me, Fela is not an icon, you understand? For me, Fela is not a model, you understand? Because Fela is a product of bad governance. If Nigeria was okay, then I don't think we'll have need for Fela, you understand? Even Tinubu himself would also be considered a freedom fighter, you understand? But I think he was arrested, even Obasanjo too, those people will enter prison. I think almost everybody will enter prison, come out, has to be considered one of, but it depends on, what you achieve, you get, because personally, I don't think he achieved anything, because we're different of according, relevance to failures, you get me? Not necessarily in Fela's personal, not necessarily in Fela's character, but we they fond of, like, the ones where they do well, we do not celebrate, we do not celebrate value, core value. We do not celebrate morals. You understand? That's why you see most endorsements goes to, negativity and all those kind of, things where they turn society to menace. You get me? That's why you see, huge adverts going into alcohol, huge adverts going into a lot of things, like, imagine Big Brother Naija. What's in a song for Big Brother Naija? You understand? Not to bring Big Brother Naija down, no, but it is just the nature of our society. You get? It is not, I won't tell you, I'm not a moral police, you understand? Make everybody do it in, like, as a matter of fact. So I'm not here to correct any impression. But the fact remains that Nigeria is what Nigeria is, and we have adjusted to that effect. We have adjusted to that consequence. We have adjusted to that result. So right now, everything is just the way it is. Okay, you can imagine Shehu Kuti, who on his own part was going on and on and on about Adeboye. You get me? For the longest of while as I can remember, he was saying a lot of things about the Christian body of Christ. So you cannot attack religion and then again you want your own to be protected. You understand? But anybody will jump on this case. Like I said, if you're in a hurry, you better scroll past, because we all have to, each and every one of us, we just want to make that impression. Everybody won't come talk, because they are trying to gain your attention, because they are trying to sell you entertainment, performance. You understand? You get me? So, but if you can, and this is one of the reasons why I apologized initially. When I was unconsciously dragged into this case, I apologized because it felt like distraction to me. It felt like I deviated from why I'm here. You understand? I did here because I did like separate sentiment or emotions from truth. And in as much as that is not going to get me favor, in as much as that is not going to give me, like, one guy tell me, say sometimes make I fold my hands just to observe. I said, no, that's when you talk and the thing don't even sit well with me. I felt like it went against my priorities. Like, even if it's going to make me appear like the villain, I must say it. I have to. You understand? Because each and every one of us cannot be on one side. And the moment I, follow the crowd, the moment I follow the bandwagon, I'm already lost. So somebody has to be, stand outside that bracket and be able to say, okay, this one is where it is going wrong, in case each and every one of you are carried away. You get me? So the same thing when VDM was going after Bilo, because VDM was the one of emphasizing on the Igbo thing. I pointed it out, but all of a sudden, even to myself, I couldn't even use my tongue, they count my teeth. At some point, conscience couldn't even they judge me. I felt like, okay, can't be like, say I don't hate VDM. I was now very cautious, making it be like, make I not appear like, because if you want, okay, like this recent one now, a lot of tell people way, support whiskey, don't come out, tell them, say, so it is also good if somebody, make it not be like somebody love blindly. If somebody is on a wrong path, you should be able to tell them about this. See this thing where they do, good though. I love it. The same way he did Mercy Johnson. Because the first time when you come out, say, just attack Mercy Johnson. Because the way you take about that Mercy Johnson case initially, it was arrogant and it was ignorant. You understand? If you want to say something like, if to say now me, then in that position, I'll be like, okay, Mercy Johnson, now you would be there, okay, and let's call this a spade. Now you weigh when what was it called? Regina Daniels was Regina Daniels' husband Ned Woko was doing so. Now all of them come out, they protest. So this one don't happen now. I don't see the reason why you have to. But if that's the case, I encourage you, or please know but at some point he went rogue and be like, say, please, I don't go. He gonna talk some things when you necessary. You understand? According to him, he get pride, but your pride no go make you be like waiting, because bully now the same. Everybody, I don't know. I don't want to say everybody is a bully, but I think making it be like, if given the opportunity, that me myself, I don't know if because nobody the same tongue or nobody the same mouth. What they criticize governments now, I go take if I'm being given the opportunity to be in the in the winning party, or if they adopt me now into APC, can't make my life, because that is why we have to learn a lot of things, even the power to say no, or the ability to say no. When somebody gives you something and say that person, no, it's not even about the person. You understand? If somebody gives you something and say merit them, or say deserve them, or even know why did they give you that thing, say whether not your friend or anybody really like maybe. It is very necessary for you, or it is very important for you to know what is being required of you, so that whenever you see that person doing something wrong, you should be able to call the person to order, not out of spite, not out of hatred, but out of love. So this one now, I will cut this one for you, then I will continue another video, but it is going to be long, 10 minutes. If you don't get the patience, you can scroll past, because all of us must not be, all of us not going to be content creators. As a matter of, despite the fact say all of us are content creators, even your religion, your pastors, most of your pastors are content creators. You understand? But I know if you come out and tell you say so they do content, because of how sacred the body of Christ is, how sacred, because some people they see them like that. So out of respect, I cannot come and start criticizing or start bringing down, demeaning the body or what the institution stands for. But if it is being part of that same religion, it is my responsibility, because I know if you day here now they talk about Muslim faith. I'm not in that religion, so I will talk about the one where I day inside. You understand? So because of say I day inside this one, it is my responsibility to point out where I believe say they get them wrong. You understand?